Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
All right. Welcome to Daily Tech News. My name is Alan Smithson. Today is Monday, June 17th. I am in the beautiful Topanga Canyon Hills, beautiful California. I'm overlooking the mountains. It's spectacular. So the Wi-Fi might be a little dodgy here, but we'll try to get it going here. All right, getting in. Check this out for today. The big news today sucks. The U.S. House just passed a ban on DJI drones. DJI drones are the number one drone company in the world by far, and this is not good for people who want to use drones for things. So the idea here is that DJI is a Chinese company. They're saying that they're able to use these drones for spying vehicles and this sort of thing. But DJI controls 70% of the global drone market, and about 6% of the company's stock is owned by the Chinese state. And so the U.S. government is like, hey, no, we can't do this. There's like security risks. And so, what happens next? So basically the ban will be on all future purchases of drones, not the ones you already have, but they do leave room in this ban here for going retroactively on this. And the interesting thing is they have the ability to go retroactive on this stuff. And that's kind of scary, because if you own a drone and you have it now, you basically may not be able to use it in the future, which is kind of crazy. But there's a chance this will be removed as it goes through different levels of government. But the clarity on this is not fully clear, and it's not fully passed. It passed the House, now it has to go to the Senate. So I'm going to say here, what happens next if I already own it? There's a whole article here. I will drop it into the comments of the YouTube channel. But basically, it says the FCC will add DJI to its covered list, which means it'll no longer be able to approve new equipment authorizations, which means you can't sell a new drone in America. So what happens next? We're not sure. It's unclear. It says the lawmakers driving this legislation continue to reference inaccurate and unsubstantiated allegations regarding DJI's operations and have amplified xenophobic narratives in a quest. So that's from DJI. Of course, they would say that. Government's going to say other things, but I don't know. I guess we'll leave this up to smarter people than us. Okay, over to AI and video creation. Check this out. This is, again, Luma AI. It's just wild and wonderful. Look at the way the car turns from the back to the front, and it's just super cool. I had to show that because the stuff getting made right now in AI, with AI videos. The crazy thing about that is that images were made on Midjourney, the video was made on Luma's Dream Machine, editing was CapCut, and sound design was Adobe and 11 Labs with CapCut. So all of that was being made using AI, which is mind-blowing stuff. Okay, so 11 Labs we just mentioned, and 11 Labs is a kind of audio. They started off with making voices, and now they can make any sounds in the world. But there's a company called Cam that's trying to take on 11 Labs with open voice cloning AI model, higher realism, support for 140 languages. So we'll give that one a try. It's based out of Dubai. It's called Cam AI, and we'll give it a try tomorrow, and we'll let you know how it goes. But it turns out that there are many, many, many people working on AI for voice, video, audio. It's exciting. It's exciting times. However, on the negative side, AI is being trained on images with real kids without consent. So if you've put pictures of your kids onto social media, onto the internet at all, AI is training on your children's photos and images. So I don't know. A new report by Human Rights Watch reveals that a widely used web-scraped AI training dataset includes images of and information about real children, meaning that Gen AI tools have been trained on data belonging to real children without their knowledge or consent. I see a lawsuit coming here. But anyway, we'll see. I just think, we have to be very careful about how we do this and be intentional about it. Okay, over to more AI news. There's a candidate in UK that's running for a candidate for parliament seat, but that seat is going to be an AI.
This one, a politician wanting to reinvent politics.
Hi, I'm AI Steve, standing to be MP for Brighton and Hove.
But what happens when the candidate is the actual invention? Meet Steve. That is AI Steve. An avatar on the ballot, a UK first.
You're actively dangerous.
Dangerous? You think the public can't be trusted?
It may feel like something out of that dystopian Black Mirror episode where a comedian uses a computer-generated avatar to cause electoral chaos.
Yes, it very much feels like that. I will leave you with that. I'll put the link in the comments. Make sure you hit subscribe on the YouTube channel because it really does help. And speaking of YouTube channels, there's an AI for Good Global Summit. So we've talked about kind of the bad things, training on children's data. But what about AI for good? What can we do with that? And there's a whole conference that they did, Summit Day 1, 2, 3, governance, all these things. So it's all here, and you can go and watch all these videos. I'll put the link in the chat. Okay, this is, again, what will be at stake. I'm just going to play a quick snippet of this.
What will be at stake will not just be cool products, but whether liberal democracy survives, whether the CCP survives, what the world order for the next century will be. The CCP is going to have an all-out effort to infiltrate American AI labs, billions of dollars, thousands of people. CCP is going to try to outbuild us. People don't realize how intense state-level espionage can be. When we have literal superintelligence on our cluster, and they can Stuxnet the Chinese data centers, you really think that'll be a private company, and the government would be oh my God, what is going on? I do think it is incredibly important that these clusters are in the United States. I mean, would you do the Manhattan Project in the UAE, right? 2023 was the sort of moment for me where it went from kind of AGI as a sort of theoretical abstract thing, and you'd make the models to I see it, I feel it. I can see the cluster where it's trained on, the rough combination of algorithms, the people, how it's happening. And I think, most of the world is not, most of the people feel it are right here, right?
Okay. I'm going to leave you with that. There's a whole video on that. This is a gentleman named Leopold, and he wrote a giant essay on this. It's about 126 page essay on AI and AGI and its impact on humanity. I will put the link in the chat as well, so you can check it out. It's important to know what's coming. Now, speaking of the map of doom,
around 3 to 5 Celsius, which led to a huge loss of plant and animal life. And some people think it actually brought our species close to extinction when it happened. And worryingly, there's actually nothing we can do to prevent a supervolcano eruption. The only thing we could do is to make our food systems more resilient to these big disasters, which seems like a sensible thing to do. If that seems depressing, it's because this video was brought to you by Existential Dread.
I will let you play this. There's all sorts of existential apocalypses. There's a map of doom. I don't like to be a doomer at all. However, it's important that we see some of the potential things that technologies in general can bring, both to mitigate those risks, but also to make sure that we avoid those risks. Let's not have AI kill us all, please. That would be great. Over to awesome technology. This is really interesting because it's a 3D hand, a 3D printed hand for people that have only partially missing hands. So right now you can replace a hand using prosthetics, but this is for people that have missing only maybe 3 fingers. How cool is this? So now they can make them, if you're missing a pinky, you can bring it, so you can now have a hand that is custom for you. And I just thought that was really interesting and useful for the world. Okay, these AI-enabled recycling robots are helping businesses be more sustainable. Basically, very small percent, but 9% of all garbage and waste is recycled. We've got to get that to 99%. This is bullshit, and we should definitely employ every technique we can to reduce, reuse, and recycle. My family and I, we go to secondhand stores to buy clothing because there's some cool stuff in there that you just can't find in stores. So a lot of clothing goes into recycling, into garbage. A lot of recycling just never gets recycled. It says here just 9% is properly recycled. And so this robot actually is able to pick and pack much, much faster. So it's really, really cool. Their computer vision technology and sorting robots really shine. The company's analytics advise customers on how many and what type of items they're missing. And it can help. It says one robot can help prevent more than 10 million items from ending up in landfills. So this is what we need. All right, more of that, please. Over to the new concrete, a type of concrete that stores electricity, could turn your whole home into a battery. If this scaled up, it could help solve the most important issue of storing renewable energy, because during the day we got lots of energy, we get solar, we can do it, but at night there's no solar, so it's hard to power. So there's always kind of these ebbs and flows, and batteries or energy storage is one of the biggest problems. So if you could store it in the concrete of your home and your whole home turns into a supercapacitor, why wouldn't you, right? So they said here, turn a mixture of water, cement, and carbon black, a highly conductive material used in the manufacturing of car tires, into a supercapacitor. While supercapacitors aren't nearly as good as long-term energy storage compared to lithium ion, they can be charged and discharged very quickly, making them an intriguing complement to conventional batteries. I think this is a super cool way to make your home into a storage for energy. Okay, this is interesting. You can use here. Let me go back here. Take a photo of the information in your fridge. Tell me what's in my fridge and give me food items that I can cook using the food in my fridge. And of course, you can probably do this with OpenAI just on your phone as well. But the fact that this gives you step-by-step instructions that you can anchor in the real world and start to cook while seeing your world. Now, of course, you're wearing a VR headset. But this is great for people that, oh, look at that. You even have an AI virtual system that can help you cook. Oh my God, this is changing everything. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, we'll leave that. And I'll end on one more thing. This is a video, but it's sketch to animation using AI. So they're using just a simple sketch on the left, and it's automatically making the graphic on the right, which is spatial. You'll see in a second, you'll be able to rotate the camera. So using different techniques, look at that. And then animate it using Luma. How great is that? All right, that is Daily Tech News for today. My name is Alan Smithson. Thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, all the good stuff, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Enjoy some nature. Enjoy each other's company. Peace.